Welcome back to talk about the business model canvas. What will we be talking about in this chapter? Well, how the business model canvas, which is a method, how it works, and what are the main contributors to a business model. The business model canvas was established by Alex Osterwalder. The newness of the business model canvas was not that Alex Osterwalder listed all the factors which are contributing to a business model, but the newness was that he brought it all on one sheet of paper and showed how they are interlinked with each other. And let's have a look at the business model canvas. It consists of 9 fields describing the major factors of a business model, as I said before. On the right-hand side of the business model canvas, you see the output factors. These are all factors which are brought to the customers, which concern the product and the way how the output is done. The left-hand side of the business model canvas describes the input factors. These are all the factors that are needed that you can bring your products, that you can bring your services to the customers and earn money with it. So it's resources and all kind of things, and costs and partners. So let's have a look how you work with the business model canvas. You always start and never do different. You always start with the customer. The customer is the most important thing of the business model canvas. If you don't have the right customer groups, if you don't describe your target groups right, you will fail with the whole rest. So start with the customer. This is really important. And then make the value proposition for the customer. And the value proposition means don't describe your product, don't talk about technologies or features, but describe how you solve the problems of customers, how you fulfill their needs, which gain creators and pain relievers are you delivering to a problem of a customer. This is very important. Once you have defined your customer, learn to understand your customer. So defining the customer is one thing, but to understand what he really needs is another thing. Get in contact as soon as possible, talk to your customer, and try to understand as much as possible from your customer. And once you know your customer, you can define the channels, how you can reach them, because you know where they are, you know where they buy things, you know where they look for things that are like your service. When you've done that, you can define the revenue streams. And it's very important to consider the whole value chain when you define your revenue streams. Many entrepreneurs only think of their core product. They only say, well, we get a license or we get a product fee for the product we sell. But think about the whole value chain of the customer. Does he need consulting? Does he need help to get your product going? Does he need trainings, for example? Does he need after-sales service like support? Does he want a hotline where he can call and ask questions? Does he want to pay you that you develop this product even after having sold it to him? So think of all this. This is very, very helpful to create successful businesses. So let's have a look at the input side. On the input side, you describe on the one hand your key activities. So is it R&D? Is it sales? Is it logistics? Is it production? And once you have defined this, you can say what key resources do I need to fulfill these key activities? Do I need people? Is it intellectual property I need? Are it tools or machines? Is it money? Is it all together? Then you define the key partners. Although it's a big field, don't write in too many of them. Only write in the most important partners you need for your business, because you will have to operate with them too, and if you write in too much, it's not really helpful. And at last I wrote in, be honest, the costs. We see so many tech founders who, when it comes to cost, always plan them too low because they don't want to see the whole truth. Try to plan everything that's cost related to your product, production and marketing, and be honest to yourself, then you will be able to create a great business model. So, what have we learned now? We've learned now that the business model canvas is a very helpful tool because it helps us to bring all the pieces of your business on one page and give it to you at one glance. And what you have not learned, but what I'm telling you now is that you need to obey some rules by working with it. And this is what we're going to do next. I will give you some do's and don'ts by working with the business model canvas. See you there.